Okay, so plotting those 3 points A, B, and C, you should have the triangle right there, first quadrant. Okay, we're going to reflect it across the y-axis, which is this one right here. So how far is A right here? How far is it away from there?
4.
It's 4 to the right, so to do reflection, I'm going to flip it 4 to the left. And so along that same line, 1, 2, 3, 4. There's A prime. How far is B?
8.
It's 8 along that same line. There's B. How far is C? 6 along that same line is going to put it right there, and that's C. And then we've got that right there. Okay, so A prime, B prime, C prime. Now this on the third step here, it says to translate it using this vector, which it's just a different way to write it, but it's the same thing like this, 2, -9. So what is the vector of 2, -9 going to do?
To the right, 2 down 9.
All right, 2 to the right, down 9. 2 to the right, down 9. So for A, it's going to go 1, 2, and then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, right there. Okay, and so that's A, and we're going to call it double prime. That's what we're going to get into today. Every time you move a new one, you just add another mark to it. So that's A double prime. 1, 2, 3, 4. So it's going to be B double prime. And then 1, 2, 1, 2, 3. There's C double prime. So it should be like that. Okay, I'm going to skip the fourth step on here because it's going to turn it into a mess because it's going to flip it over the top of the original one. We'll look at some of that in a second. Okay. So today we're going to talk about composition of transformations. Composition. So what does the word composition mean? Compose. Okay, what do you do when you compose something?
You put it together.
Yeah, you put several things together, okay? Like a music composer takes different parts and they put those different parts together to make a piece of music. So that's what you're doing in a composition is you're bringing more than one thing together. So what it means within this context is within each problem we're going to do several transformations, okay? Just like what we did on our warm-up basically. Okay, so what I want you to do is go ahead and plot these 3 points, A, B, and C on that first grid. Plot A, B, and C on this first grid. Okay, 1, -1, 4, -1, and 3, 2. Okay. So there's the original one. Now we're going to do 2 things here. What are the 2 things we're going to do? We're going to translate first, and then what are we going to do? Then we're going to do a reflection. So we're doing 2 things here. We're going to do a translation first, then we're going to do a reflection. So the translation is first. The vector is 0, -2. So what is the vector 0, -2 going to do?
Take it down 2.
Yeah, the first number is left, right. So that's 0. So it's not moving left or right. And the next one is up, down. So -2 just means you're just going to go straight down 2 units. That's all we're going to do. So A moves down 2 to be A prime. B moves down 2 to be B prime. C moves down 2 to be C prime. So it should look like that right there. Okay, now the next thing we're going to do is a reflection. And on this composition, you do it in order. You don't go back to the original one, you just go from the last one that you did. So we're going to reflect the A prime, B prime, C prime triangle. So from X. Okay, how far is A prime away from the y-axis? Did I say that wrong? Yeah, the y-axis, I'm sorry. How far is A prime away from the y-axis?
1.
It's 1. It's 1 to the right, so I'm going to flip it 1 to the left. And that right there, as I said, we're going to write A double prime. 2 little marks just to show this is the second one. Okay, how far is B prime away? It's 4, so I'm going to go 1, 2, 3, 4 along that same line. 2, 3, 4. And there is B prime. And then how far is C prime? 3. So it goes 3 the other way for C double prime. And then there's our new one. Okay, next side. Go ahead and plot those 3 points, K, L, and M. K, L, and M. Sorry, this copy is pretty trashy here, but that's what I got. All right, so we got KLM right there. Now, what are the two transformations we're going to do on this one? We're going to rotate it, and then what? We're going to reflect it, okay? So rotation is the first thing, rotation of 180. Now, we talked about the rules on that, and on your assignment, all the rules that you need for the rotation are listed on every problem, so you won't have to look back at anything. It's just given to you right there. But let me remind you on 180-degree rotation from yesterday, or does anybody remember it? Good, you just change the signs. On 180 degree, all you do is change the signs. So K's at 4, -1, where's K prime going to be at? Just change the signs. -4, +1. Okay? So -4, I'm just going to plot that. 1, 2, 3, 4. That right there is K prime. Okay? L is at 5, -2. So if I just change the signs, where's that going to be? -5, 2. Yep. So right there is L prime. And then M is at 1, -4. If I change the signs, where's that going to be? -1, 4. So -1, 1, 2, 3, 4. There's M prime. Looks like that. So that's the first one. We did the rotation. Now what's the second one? Reflect across the y-axis. Okay? So how far is M prime away from the y-axis right here? It's 1. So I'm going to go 1 to the other side for M double prime. How far is L prime? 5. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. L double prime. Hurry up. Okay, K double prime. It's going to be right there. Okay, go ahead and plot those 3 points on the last one there. All right, so it should look like that. All right, so what are the two transformations we're going to do on this one? We're going to reflect it and then rotates in that order. So we're going to do the reflection first. So across the x-axis. So the x-axis is this one right here. Okay, so how far is L away from that line? 0. So the new one's going to be 0 away. It's going to share that same point. Okay, hey, how far is K away? 2. So I'm going to go 2 above for K prime, and then J is 2 away. So I go 2 above for J prime. And it looks like that. Okay, now to rotate 180, we've got to change the sign. So I'm just going to list these out real quick. So where's J prime at? Is it 1, 2? Okay, where's K prime at? Is at 4, 2. And where's L prime at? 3, 0. Okay, so to do rotation of 180, all I do is change those signs. So where's 1, 2 going to be at? -1, -2. That's the J one, so J double prime. Okay, where's 4, 2 going to be at? It's going to be at -4, -2. So this thing's lagging. -1, 2, 3, 4, -2 for the K double prime. And then what's going to happen to this 3, 0? -3, 0. There's no such thing as -0. So just -3, 0. 1, 2, 3. So that right there is going to be the L double prime. Okay, real quick before you get groups, I want to help you get started on one of these because just to help you. So on number 3. Okay, on number 3, let's go ahead and plot those 3 real quick. So -3, 4. Is H, -7, 4 is I, and then -5, 6 is J. I'm on number 3. Make sure you're on number 3. Now, what are the 2 transformations we're going to do here?
Rotate.
You're going to rotate, then reflect. So rotation of 180. What's our rule on rotation of 180?
Change the sign.
Just change the signs. So what's going to happen to H? It's going to be +3, -4. Okay? So H prime is going to be at +3, -4. 1, 2, 3, and then down 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, where's I prime going to be at?
+7,
Good. And then where's J prime going to be at?
+5, -6.
Okay, good. And if you have different color pens or something like that, that would be awesome if you could use that to do for each one. Okay, so we did the rotation. Now we're going to do the reflection, right? Across the line, y equals -2. And this is what confuses people, but that's why I want to do this mainly, is just to show you. Y equals -2 is this line right here. Y equals -2 is that horizontal line right there. Okay, so how far is I prime away from there?
2.
2 below, so I'm going to flip it 2 above right there for I double prime. How far is sorry. Okay, how far is H prime?
2.
2, so I go 2 above for H double prime, and then how far is J prime?
7.
4, there you go. So it's 4 below, I'm going to flip it 1, 2, 3, 4 above for J double prime. And there you go. Okay, all right, you can get grouped up and go for it.